Welcome to the Minnesota Cottage Food Academy, a program by the Minnesota Farmers Market Association. In this video, we'll walk you through how to calibrate and use the Elitech GSP-6 meter to measure water activity in your foods. Using this protocol developed by the University of Minnesota Food Science Lab, the device helps ensure your cottage food recipes are safe and compliant with Minnesota's cottage food law. What's in the kit? When your kit arrives, you should find the following items: the printed instruction guide, the GSP-6 water activity meter, a food sample jar with a lid and a liner that includes 2 probes from the GSP-6 meter. The thin probe in the food sample jar measures temperature. The rounder probe with the open slot measures relative humidity. 4 empty jars with lids and liners color-coded red, green, blue, and purple for the 4 different calibration solutions. 4 matching tubes of calibration solution. A second instruction booklet from the manufacturer, which you can set aside since the manufacturer's guides uses a different method than the one developed by the University of Minnesota in order to measure water activity in foods. Calibrating the GSP-6 meter. To get accurate results, you must calibrate the meter once a year. The full calibration process takes about 30 hours, but it can be spread over a few days. Be sure to complete 5 readings per standard before stopping. Start by using the red 0.25 calibration jar. Step 1, remove the lid and liner from both the food sample jar and the red jar. Step 2, open the red 0.25 solution and squeeze the entire contents into the red jar. Step 3, attach the lid with the probes onto the red jar. Step 4, start a timer for 1.5 hours. At the end of 1.5 hours, read the middle number on the meter. If it says 25.6%, convert that to a decimal by moving the decimal point 2 spaces to the left. Record it as 0.256 in the table on page 2 of the instructions. Step 6, repeat this process 4 more times every 1.5 hours until you have 5 readings. Once complete, discard the red solution, rinse and dry the jar, and move on to green 0.50, blue 0.76, and purple 0.92 standards, following the same procedures for each. Using the Excel correction tool. Email info@mfma.org to request your personalized AW Excel correction tool. This tool adjusts your meter's reading using the data from your calibration. Do not download it from the website, as the tool only works correctly when sent directly. Enter your 20 recorded readings into the yellow cells. The tool will calculate the standard deviation for your specific GSP-6. You are now ready to test your food samples. Testing your food samples. Before testing, clean, sanitize, rinse, and dry the food sample jar. Then add a small portion of food to the bottom. Be sure the food does not touch the probes in the lid, as that could affect the accuracy of the reading. For the most reliable result, use a sample from the moistest part of your food. For example, use the center of a slice of banana bread where it's more moist, rather than the crust, which is more dry. Attach the lid with the probes and set a timer for 2 hours. After 2 hours, step 1, press the button on the GSP-6 to read the middle number on the display screen. Step 2, convert the percentage to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left. write this number down. Step 3, repeat this test 2 more times over 6 hours total. Step 4, add the 3 numbers, then divide by 3 to get the average. Step 5, enter the average number into the AWECT spreadsheet. The AWECT spreadsheet will appear the correction factor based on the calibration and display an adjusted water activity value. Interpreting your results. The key number to look for is the upper limit. If this value is under 0.85, your food qualifies as a non-potentially hazardous cottage food in Minnesota. Record your test results in a food test log, including the date, AW value, and recipe name. MFMA has an example food test log available on our Cottage Food Academy webpage. This food test log will need to show a food inspector if you ever are asked for proof that your cottage food passed the water activity value of 8.5 or below. If the result is close to 0.85, you can adjust your recipe to reduce the water activity, then retest it. That could include adding sugar or salt or increasing cooking time to reduce moisture content. If your food still doesn't meet the 0.85 water activity threshold, it cannot be sold as cottage food. You will need to produce it in a commercial kitchen under a food license. Supplies and pro tips. MFMA offers 3 options to help you stay prepared. 1, a complete water activity meter kit. 2, a partial kit with jars and calibration standards. 3, replacement calibration standards for your annual recalibration. For best practices, save a printed copy of your calibration chart with your kit and keep a digital log of food test results using the Cottage Foods testing log or a similar record-keeping tool. What is water activity? Water activity refers to how much free water is available in a food product for microbial growth. It's different from moisture content. Foods with higher water activity can support the growth of dangerous bacteria. Minnesota cottage food law requires an AW of 0.85 or lower. You can lower water activity by adding sugar or salt, which binds free water, increasing cooking or drying time to reduce moisture, using dehydration methods. These changes make your food safer to store at room temperature and prevent foodborne illnesses. Need a lab test? If you prefer, you can send your food to a certified lab for testing. A list of approved labs is available at mfma.org/cottage_foods_academy. Thank you for supporting food safety and the Minnesota cottage food community. For questions or help, contact Minnesota Farmers Market Association at info@mfma.org. Keep cooking, keep testing, and keep our community safe. Thank you.